Here with Coach Joe Hudak back in Gastonia after some time to reflect on the first year of the Kingsman Baseball Academy. Coach, how happy are you with the way this first season, the first year running things has unfolded?
Well, Griff, whenever you start a venture like this, you never really know what to expect. You got an idea. When you bring 30 high school kids from all across the country together to live in apartments, they're on their own for the first time. You just never know what to expect. And they're all coming from different baseball backgrounds, and it's pretty much Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get, but man, this year has exceeded every expectation I've had in all ways. First of all, with the group of guys that we have, we try really hard when we recruit, to recruit good players, but they also need to be good young men who can function in we are. And I couldn't have been more pleased, with this group. Just a great group of guys. Had very few issues throughout the entire year. And that's pretty amazing when you figure, again, you got 30 high school kids together living on their own in an apartment building. So that was fantastic. The coaching staff was great. My son Preston did a great job as a recruiting coordinator and assistant head coach. And Nick Osborne was fantastic, working with the catchers and helping me with the pitchers. Weston Lawing did a phenomenal job with strength and conditioning. And obviously you did a great job with our media relations. So the staff that we were able to put together was just really, really good. And then I guess last of all on the field, we played pretty darn well. When you look at it and you say this is the first year of this academy, and we were playing against, some academies that have been together for 8-10 years, right? And I think our final overall record was 45-21, I think. Second seed in the prospect division. In the tournament, we ran into a buzzsaw. We got an unfortunate draw that we drew the number one pitcher in Florida, right? And they ended up winning the championship. So, but couldn't be more proud of my guys on the field, off the field. Spiritually, Lincoln Lawing, our chaplain, did a phenomenal job, right? I mean, he is so good with young baseball players, young men, pouring into them. He's had an interesting past, and he can relate well with kids. Still young enough to do that, not like me, an old SOB like me, but he did such a great job with our guys. So spiritually, to see them grow, I mean, that's ultimately the main reason we're doing this. I mean, we love baseball, love coaching, love winning, hate losing, but we really want to help our guys grow as men, not just as baseball players. So long-winded answer, Griff. I couldn't have been more pleased.
Yeah. You spend numerous seasons coaching collegiate age baseball players. Now that you've had a chance to reflect a little bit on this first year with the high school guys, anything you think you've learned?
Well, I've learned that they're pretty similar. I thought coming in, I wonder how high school kids are going to react to college coaching. A lot of my friends ask me, you coach college baseball for 30 years at the highest level. What's it like coaching high school baseball? Right? And I tell them I'm not coaching high school baseball. I'm coaching college baseball to high school kids. And that's why they're here. I mean, they're here because they want to learn. They're here because they want to get better. They're here because they want to be prepared when they get to college. So, I found out that, hey, they react just like college kids, right? Some guys you got to put your arm around. Some guys you got to kick in the butt. You learn that as a coach. But, I think these guys were just hungry to learn the game and learn to play it the right way. So, yeah, I learned that really, I thought there would be a pretty significant difference, and there wasn't.
As we look toward what's coming up here, you've got the summer season. How excited are you for that, to get the collegiate summer ball team back here in the building?
Always excited for the summer college team. We've done it for 10 years now. It's been a life-changing experience for all of our guys, and for me as well. And, little tired right now from the long season, right? But I got about 11 days to relax, right? And then the May 27th, the college kids come in, and looking forward to getting back to work. I think at the end of the year, I'm always, man, I could use some time off, right? I need to relax, and that lasts for about 2 days, right? And I'm ready. Hey, let's go. Where is everybody? What can I do? Right? So looking forward to it. It's a life-changing experience. Looking forward to playing the games this summer. making another Dominican trip such a highlight of the summer. Having a new group of guys, although this group of guys actually isn't entirely new. In fact, they're mostly not. We have, I don't know, 7 or 8 guys from previous summer teams. We got 4 or 5 guys from the academy, and then we got 3 or 4 new guys. So looking forward to it, Griff. It's going to be a great summer. Excited about it.
And then year 2 in the academy when we get to August. I know it feels like it's a ways away, but it'll come up on us pretty quickly. What excites you about year 2, and what do you expect out of year 2?
Absolutely. It'll be on us before we know it, right? And, I think this year, again, first year, learned, what we did well, maybe learned what we didn't do well and what we need to do better. But I think this year we laid a solid foundation for the academy. This is not a 1 or 2 year deal. Right, this is going to be hopefully going on long after the Lord takes me home, right? And so I think we built a really good foundation. We've got probably 16 to 18 players coming back, right, which is really good. And we've already signed 12 new players, and we're working hard to sign probably about 10 more. We'd like to get 10 more. We need 3 or 4 position players. We need 5 or 6 good arms, right? So, just looking forward to growing what we built this year, but the foundation's there.
Absolutely. Well, we'll talk to you in York. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, sounds good. Appreciate it, Griff.